Our modern world is awash in chemicals. From the air we breathe to the food we eat and even the water we drink, these chemicals are omnipresent. They are byproducts of industrial processes, agricultural practices, and even everyday household products. We encounter them every day, often without even realizing it. As we go about our daily lives, we are constantly exposed to a myriad of synthetic substances. These chemicals are in our food, water, and air. Pesticides on our crops, pollutants in our waterways, and emissions from vehicles all contribute to this pervasive exposure. Many of these chemicals pose a hidden threat to our health. They are not always immediately harmful, but their effects can accumulate over time, leading to serious health issues. They disrupt our delicate hormonal balance. Hormones are crucial for regulating various bodily functions, and any interference can have significant consequences. This disruption can have wide-ranging consequences for our well-being. It can affect everything from our mood and energy levels to our reproductive health and immune system. These chemicals are known as endocrine disruptors. They can mimic, block, or interfere with the actions of our natural hormones, leading to a cascade of health problems. They interfere with the normal functioning of our hormones. This interference can lead to a variety of health issues, some of which may not become apparent until much later in life. Hormones act as chemical messengers in our bodies, regulating a vast array of biological processes. They control growth, metabolism, and even our mood. When endocrine disruptors enter our bodies, they can mimic, block, or interfere with the actions of our natural hormones. This can lead to a range of health problems, from developmental issues in children to chronic diseases in adults. This disruption can lead to a cascade of health problems. It can affect our reproductive health, increase our risk of metabolic disorders, and even contribute to the development of certain cancers. The effects of endocrine disruptors are often subtle and may not be immediately apparent. However, over time, exposure to these chemicals can increase the risk of developing chronic diseases. These include reproductive issues, cardiovascular problems, metabolic disorders, and even certain types of cancer. The impact on our health can be profound and far-reaching. Understanding the impact of environmental chemicals on our hormones is crucial for protecting our health. Ongoing research is essential to uncover the full extent of these effects and to develop strategies to mitigate them. By learning about the sources of these chemicals and the risks they pose, we can make informed choices to minimize our exposure and safeguard our well-being. Simple actions like choosing organic produce and using eco-friendly products can make a significant difference. Our bodies are intricate systems, and hormones are the messengers that keep everything running smoothly. These chemical messengers travel through our bloodstream, carrying signals to different organs and tissues. Hormones play a vital role in regulating a wide range of bodily functions. Growth and development, metabolism, reproduction, mood, and even our sleep-wake cycles are all influenced by these powerful chemicals. Hormones act like a delicate symphony, each one playing its part to maintain harmony in our bodies. For instance, the thyroid gland produces hormones that regulate our metabolism, affecting our energy levels and weight. The pancreas secretes insulin, a hormone that controls blood sugar levels. Reproductive hormones like estrogen and testosterone are essential for sexual development, fertility, and reproductive health. The endocrine system, responsible for producing and releasing hormones, is highly sensitive. Even tiny disruptions in hormone levels can have significant impacts on our health. Endocrine disruptors are a diverse group of chemicals that interfere with our hormones in various ways. These chemicals can be found in a wide array of everyday products, from household cleaners to personal care items, and even in the food we eat. They are pervasive in our environment, making it almost impossible to avoid them entirely. Some of these chemicals mimic the structure of natural hormones, tricking our bodies into thinking they are the real thing. This can lead to a range of health issues as the body responds to these imposters in ways that can disrupt normal biological processes. For instance, they can bind to hormone receptors and activate them, leading to overstimulation or inappropriate responses. Others block the action of hormones, preventing them from binding to their receptors and exerting their effects. This can be just as harmful, as it can inhibit essential hormonal functions. leading to deficiencies and imbalances. The disruption of these critical pathways can have far-reaching consequences for health, affecting everything from growth and development to metabolism and mood. One of the most well-known groups of endocrine disruptors is pesticides. These chemicals are used extensively in agriculture to protect crops from pests, but their impact on human health is a growing concern. Pesticides can linger on produce and in the environment, leading to chronic exposure. These chemicals are designed to kill insects and other pests, but they can also disrupt human hormones. The same mechanisms that make them effective against pests can interfere with human endocrine systems, leading to a variety of health issues. Long-term exposure to pesticides has been linked to a range of problems, including cancer, neurological disorders, and reproductive issues. For example, organophosphate pesticides, commonly used in agriculture, have been linked to developmental problems in children and fertility issues in adults. These chemicals can affect the nervous system, leading to cognitive deficits and behavioral issues in children. In adults, they can interfere with reproductive health, reducing fertility and increasing the risk of birth defects. Another class of endocrine disruptors is phthalates. These chemicals are used to make plastics more flexible and are found in a wide range of consumer products, including cosmetics, personal care items, and even food packaging. Phthalates are so common that most people have detectable levels in their bodies. These chemicals are found in a wide range of consumer products, including plastics, cosmetics, and personal care items. Phthalates can leach out of these products and enter the body through ingestion, inhalation, or skin contact. Once inside the body, they can interfere with the production and action of hormones, leading to a variety of health issues. Phthalates can interfere with the production and action of testosterone, potentially contributing to reproductive problems in men and boys. This can lead to reduced sperm quality, lower testosterone levels, and other issues related to male reproductive health. In boys, exposure to phthalates has been linked to developmental issues, including changes in the timing of puberty. Bisphenol A, or BPA, is another ubiquitous endocrine disruptor found in many plastic products, food can linings, and even thermal paper receipts. BPA is used in the production of polycarbonate plastics and epoxy resins, which are found in a wide range of consumer goods. BPA can mimic the hormone estrogen, potentially increasing the risk of hormone-related cancers, reproductive issues, and other health problems. Studies have shown that BPA can leach into food and beverages from containers, leading to widespread exposure. Efforts to reduce BPA exposure have led to the development of BPA-free products, but concerns remain about the safety of alternative chemicals used in these products. These are just a few examples of the many endocrine disruptors lurking in our environment. The list of chemicals that can interfere with our hormones is long and continues to grow as new substances are identified. The widespread use of these chemicals in industrial processes, agriculture, and consumer products means that we are constantly exposed to them. It's important to be aware of these chemicals and take steps to reduce our exposure. This can include choosing organic produce, using natural cleaning products, and avoiding plastics whenever possible. By making informed choices, we can help protect our health and reduce the impact of endocrine disruptors on our bodies. Section 4, a cascade of consequences, health impacts of hormonal havoc. The disruption of our hormonal balance by environmental chemicals can have far-reaching consequences for our health. These chemicals, often referred to as endocrine disruptors, are found in a variety of everyday products, from plastics to pesticides. They can enter our bodies through the air we breathe, the food we eat, and even the water we drink. Once inside, they can interfere with the normal functioning of our endocrine system, which is responsible for regulating hormones. Hormones are involved in so many aspects of our biology that even small imbalances can lead to a cascade of problems. These problems can manifest in various ways, affecting different systems in the body. For instance, hormones play a crucial role in growth and development, metabolism, and mood regulation. When these processes are disrupted, it can lead to a host of health issues. One of the most concerning impacts of endocrine disruptors is on reproductive health. These chemicals can interfere with the production and function of reproductive hormones, leading to issues such as infertility and menstrual irregularities. This can be particularly distressing for couples trying to conceive, as it can significantly reduce their chances of having a child. Exposure to these chemicals has been linked to a wide range of reproductive issues, including infertility, reduced sperm count, early puberty, endometriosis, and polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS. These conditions can have long-term effects on an individual's health and quality of life. For example, early puberty in girls has been associated with an increased risk of breast cancer later in life, and an increased risk of certain reproductive cancers. Studies have shown that exposure to endocrine disruptors can increase the risk of cancers such as breast, ovarian, and prostate cancer. This is because these chemicals can mimic or interfere with the action of hormones that regulate cell growth and division. But the effects of endocrine disruptors extend far beyond reproductive health. These chemicals can also affect other systems in the body, leading to a range of health issues. For instance, they have been implicated in metabolic disorders such as obesity, type 2 diabetes, and thyroid dysfunction. These conditions can have a significant impact on an individual's overall health and well-being. These chemicals have also been implicated in metabolic disorders like obesity, type 2 diabetes, and thyroid dysfunction. Obesity, for example, is a major risk factor for a number of other health conditions, including heart disease, stroke, and certain types of cancer. Similarly, thyroid dysfunction can lead to a range of symptoms, from fatigue and weight gain to depression and anxiety. Some studies suggest that exposure to endocrine disruptors may even increase the risk of cardiovascular disease. This is because these chemicals can affect the regulation of blood pressure and cholesterol levels, leading to an increased risk of heart attacks and strokes. Additionally, they can cause inflammation and oxidative stress, which are known to contribute to the development of cardiovascular disease and certain types of cancer. The link between endocrine disruptors and cancer is particularly concerning, as these chemicals can cause changes in the DNA that can lead to the development of cancer. This is why it is so important to reduce our exposure to these harmful chemicals and to support policies that aim to limit their use. The developing fetus is particularly vulnerable to the effects of endocrine disruptors. During pregnancy, the mother's exposure to these chemicals can affect the development of the fetus, leading to a range of health issues. This is because the endocrine system plays a crucial role in the development of the brain, nervous system, and other organs. Exposure to these chemicals during pregnancy has been linked to a range of developmental problems in children, including cognitive impairments, behavioral issues, and learning disabilities. These issues can have a significant impact on a child's ability to succeed in school and in life. Additionally, exposure to endocrine disruptors during critical periods of development can increase the risk of certain diseases later in life, such as diabetes and cardiovascular disease, and an increased risk of certain diseases later in life. It is clear that the impact of endocrine disruptors on our health is far-reaching and complex. By understanding these risks, we can take steps to reduce our exposure and protect our health and the health of future generations. Section 5. When hormones go awry, PCOS, endometriosis, and thyroid dysfunction. The disruption of hormonal balance by environmental chemicals can manifest in various health problems. Among these, polycystic ovary syndrome, or PCOS, endometriosis, and thyroid dysfunction are some of the most common and debilitating conditions affecting millions worldwide. PCOS, a hormonal disorder affecting women of reproductive age, is characterized by irregular periods, excess androgen levels, and cysts on the ovaries. While the exact causes of PCOS are unknown, exposure to endocrine-disrupting chemicals, particularly during fetal development and early childhood, is thought to play a significant role. Similarly, endometriosis, a condition where uterine-like tissue grows outside the uterus, is linked to estrogen dominance. Exposure to environmental estrogens, chemicals that mimic the effects of estrogen in the body, may contribute to the development and severity of endometriosis. Thyroid dysfunction, another common hormonal disorder, can also be influenced by environmental chemicals. The thyroid gland, responsible for producing hormones that regulate metabolism, is highly sensitive to endocrine disruptors. Exposure to certain chemicals can interfere with thyroid hormone production, leading to hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism.